Hi, Beyhan.
Okay, welcome to the TOC meeting for Tuesday, November 14th. The first thing we do is review action items from last week. Oh, no action items. It was a light week last week, if I recall correctly. Any from the week before? Oh, I did that one. Okay.
I had a lingering action item just reaching out to GitHub about
Oh, yes.
the maintainer permissions and stuff. And yeah, basically all they responded was that like, yes, you can do those things if you upgrade it to enterprise. So then, but that is reliant on seeing exactly what that'll cost after we do a purge of users.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Sure.
Let's go straight to our update from the CF on Kate's working group then. Take it away.
Okay. I suppose I have to share my screen.
Sure, I'll stop.
Let's see how it's done. Okay. All right. Do you see it?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'll be quick, I guess. Not a lot of action going on right now, so I'm not going to be wasting a lot of your time. So since last time in August, when I was giving this update, we had two releases, but tiny ones. So we had 0.90, where we introduced support for pushing Docker images. And then in 0.10, we introduced a very straightforward installer for Kurifi for local kind clusters, so that people can just apply a job, and then the job will pretty much do what our scripts are doing. We'll install the complete system, everything hard-coded, so that you can get it going really quickly and easily with a local registry, everything in your kind cluster, and then you just kill that guy and you're cleaned up. So this is what we've been, these are the important notable features that we have released. Of course, we had done a lot of like bumping and fixing and stuff like that. Then what's next for the working group? We have a lot of things on our plate. Our capacity is being reduced a little bit because of reducing of our staffing recently. And that's why you see a lot of bullets here and not that many bullets on the previous slide. So something that we want to do, recently, the gateway API in Kubernetes went 1.0. So went productive. For those of you who don't know, the gateway API pretty much abstracts networking implementations like Istio, Contour, and potentially others away, so that Kurifi will be able to hopefully create the gateway resources and make routes for the API and the apps in a technology agnostic way, so to say. So that's really good news if that all works out, because right now we have a plugin mechanism. If you want to use Contour, you're good to go out of the box. In SAP, we want to use Istio, so we have to provide an external module that plugs into Kurifi. That's probably going to go away, so people will be way more flexible. We're excited to review this gateway API and introduce support for it. That's one thing. Another thing, again, coming from our internal experiments and at SAP, we're interested in actually using the UAA in something that we call UAA compatibility mode. So instead of relying on the kubeconfig and log in with your kubeconfig user, you point Kurifi to a valid UAA instance, and then you don't even need to know that Kurifi is running on Kubernetes. You can use the users from the UAA, and then the username should match with the binding from Kate's RBAC, and it just works. Of course, it's only an experiment for now, so I guess expect more work on this one and proposals for how it all works out. We don't also want to lose the current mode of operation, and we want to fill in the implementation of all user management endpoints so that they work well for both current mode, case mode, and the UA compatibility mode, if all of that makes sense. That's another thing that we want to invest in the near future. And then I guess the last two bullets are more or less carryovers from last time. SAP is really interested in providing managed services to Corifi so that users can provision and bind their services in their apps. We've been working on prototypes in this direction, but we still need to write up a proposal and go on with this in the open source round. And the increased CF role support is something that the American part of the team wanted to invest for a while. I guess they don't have a lot of horsepower right now as well, but this is definitely in their list. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all from me, guys. So if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. I think I'm done. I guess if not, you can always reach us by any channel. So you can also take it offline.
One thing, when you have the proposal for the service management, we can have, I think we should have a discussion with the service management working group on that proposal also. So that they get feedback.
Yes. I guess we can even share a draft with them. I guess the more eyes we can get on this, the better, because in our working group we don't have tons of experience with services at all. So I guess definitely if you can think of more people that we can get involved in any of these topics, we'll be glad to have them.
Okay, sure.
Cool. Thank you for the time. Don't want to waste more of it. So
Can you share the link for the slides in Zoom so I can link them to our meeting notes?
Sure. Doing it right now. Okay, there we go. That's the link.
Thank you. Maybe I'll end with our perennial question. Is there anything we can do for you?
I don't know. Apart from more engineers, I can't really think of anything else. And of course, if you have suggestions of other working groups that we might collaborate with on any of these topics, as Beyhan already did, we're always glad to do so.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, next I'm going to move on to our PRs to review. Let's open this one for otel-collector-release repo, number 711. I believe this is probably just adding a new release repo. Yes, to the observability area. Great. We've got 2 approvals.
Sweet.
Probably has enough before I get there.
We need the work group lead approval first before we can continue.
True, okay. If I merge it, isn't that an automatic approval?
Yeah, I guess so.
Great, more releases. That's what we need. Yes, I approve. Okay, oh my gosh, we might be able to finally do this one. Oh, was there a comment?
Yeah, I want to say, like, didn't we have the rule that you need to take out the repo before you can add a new one?
The logging and metrics area loves making a new release for every job. They're really happy over there. Okay, I think we can finally do this. So last week, we said we're starting the final comment period. We have enough approvers. I'm gonna click merge. Does that sound good? No objections
Awesome.
last minute? It only took a couple months, but now we have a
We waited
process.
for Georgi to join our meeting so that we can.
Yeah, we'll invite our new leads right away. So ask for an update. Great. Okay, RFC. 4 criteria about defining a removal process. Beyhan, would you like to update us on this one?
Yeah, basically, I tried to apply all the feedback I got on as comment to the RFC, and also edit a comment with some research what's available there as tooling. There is not no tooling available which fits optimal our use case. The CNCF is using DevStats project. They aggregate activity data, and based on that, they create manual APIs. I don't know whether we have any data from the Linux LFX dashboards, which may be useful. Maybe Chris knows.
Sorry, what was that again?
So this is about how we find out activity based
Oh,
on.
yeah, there's at some point in the past, GitHub, like there are scripts out there where you can probably like just search for it and they'll pop up. But at one point, someone from GitHub actually gave me a script for that. That was some years ago though. So I'd have to either dig that up or reach out for it again. But I think you can maybe find that through the API or something. So I can look into that.
Yes, I found that script, but I was wondering whether the LFX dashboards have some information in that direction.
Yeah, we could probably take a look back and just look at all the active commits from the past 6 months or whatever the time frame there is, and then cross-check that with the
It's not only commits, right? It's
Right,
also
yeah.
discussions, and it's basically the activities API.
Yeah, commits, issues, PRs, but also commenting on something as well, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
I'm not sure if commenting is tracked. I have to look into that.
Okay,
I think if GitHub can track the activity, that would be the cleanest, but I can take a look at that. Yeah, I'm not. I would think that GitHub would be the single source of truth there, but I can take a look at Insights and see if they actually track commenting. I don't think they do though. The Insights is LFX Insights. And then I can always reach out to GitHub too and ask for like what's the recommended script for checking activity.
Yeah, I found some scripts. Yeah, I think I looked also into GitHub APIs. Basically, you have to go
There was also
repo.
There was also the script from Jeff, right? Jeff Franks. He created a script to.
Yes, I listed this also as alternative on the PR. Yeah, but that script is working group based and generates some. You have to manipulate it so that generates different data as response. But it could be an option. Yeah, I also edited options listed in the PR.
One other thing that might have to happen in this process is I believe GitHub also counts outside contributors. And in theory, we shouldn't really have those at this point, but I'm sure some of those repositories do have outside contributors on them. So I'm not sure what the process, I'm not sure if that's a manual process or how that exactly works, how we would track that. But I believe as far as all the TOC protocols now, you wouldn't want to have outside contributors on repositories at this point anyway. So in theory, those should all be removed. It's just there could be some people on there that legitimately need access and would need to be added to the organization.
You're talking about people who might have access to repos, like on a one-off basis, they've been
Right.
added. Okay.
Yeah, I think that tracks too. And in theory, that shouldn't, like, we shouldn't have those anyways, according to TOC rules, right? So that's one aspect of this that we'll probably want to do while we do the purge.
At least for the current RFC, this is out of scope. The idea is to just generate a list of members who are not listed in any working group and then check their activity based on the criteria we.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
But
we-
maybe let's
Go ahead.
first focus to define the RFC, and then we can about the tooling, how to implement it. I don't know. Could be
Yeah,
the
that
next step.
was that was going to be my question. Do we feel like we can start a final comment period before we
If
have
you're
the
fi-
exact script?
If you are fine with the content of the RFC, we can leave a little bit room in the implementation so that it could be something on implementation or reuse a tool. We can leave it a little bit open, or we can have another iteration until we are certain how we want to implement it, and then go for final comment period.
I mean, I think the important bits here are about like what's the time frame we're looking at and what's the type of activity that we're looking at, right? And then the rest is implementation details.
Yes, that's why I think we can approve it, and the implementation can be a little bit different. Can go a different way.
I'm okay with that. If there's no objection, then I'll start the final comment period.
No, that's
Is that good, Stephan?
good.
Okay. I thought I heard objection over there.
No. I was more thinking about what could be the easiest way to.
And let's see, Tuesday, November 14 plus 7 is 21. Great. Okay, that's all of our PRs to review. Any other business? Just a reminder to add your vacation time to the Slack thread to the TOC members so we know which meetings we should hold. Chris and Ram, you're also welcome. Please add it as well, just so we know what to expect.
Sure, Amelia. I just had a quick announcement/comment. Tomorrow there's a live stream about cloud service brokers. So there was a very short presentation at Cloud Foundry Day in Heidelberg, and there's going to be a much longer format of that happening on the YouTube stream.
Do you have an announcement about that we could share around?
I do. I'll send you a link on Slack.
Yeah.
So this is an outcome of when Marcella had given her update, and then we had asked if she wanted to do something on the blog or things like that. So Constantine, who's part of the working group, he came forward. He gave the talk at Heidelberg, and so he's going to be the one giving the talk about this as well. So, I mean, the comment I wanted to make was, if service brokers are a good way to do managed services on Corifi, I think the call might be a good place to find. So Georgi, if you're free at all, or I don't know if he's still here, but I'll reach out to him and the Queryfi dev channel as well. But I think it's a good opportunity to evaluate if that project might work out well for services on Queryfi. But yeah, that's all I had.
Yeah, please share that info so I can share it out amongst the team. Anything else? Any other business? Okay, it's been great seeing you all. Have a good day.
Thanks. See you.
Bye bye. Take care.
Bye, everyone.